Hello, welcome to HITC Sports. So FIFA 19 is nearly here.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Ha, no, don't worry, I haven't turned into a gaming channel. Just kidding, gamers. PewDiePie has enough money to have me killed. Plus, FIFA was the sort of stuff that launched KSI's career. You know, back before he thought he was the second coming of AJ. And by AJ, I mean Anthony Joshua, right? Not Adam Johnson. Although...
How much would you suck dick for?
Anyway, today I'm going to have a look back at every FIFA game, focusing mostly on their covers and, you know, just sort of bit of a trip down nostalgic lane. FIFA International Soccer. Okay, let's see who's on the front of this one. Piotr Zwarstowski. I'm sorry, but literally trying to pronounce his name is like trying to munch on a basket of forks. Are you taking the piss with that? It's like someone just threw up a bowl of alphabet spaghetti all over the desktop. Look, I'm gonna hold up my hands now in a minute, alright? I'm a registered sex... I've never heard of him, okay? So what's he doing on the front of a FIFA cover?
Oh, but Irish guy, it's your job to know all the players, and also your hair makes you look like a frustrated lesbian.
Apparently this fella, who has more letters in his name than I've had hot dinners this month, life of a struggling YouTuber, lads, was a midfielder for Birmingham, Marseille, Lech Poznan, Korona Kielce, Cracovia, Disco Bolia Grodzisk, Who Cares FC, Don't Give a F United, and back in 1993, he was a nobody at Saint Etienne. How did he make it onto a FIFA cover? Then again, let me remind you, some of the footage from FIFA International Soccer was this. You're an ugly fat whore! Shit, wrong clip. That's better. Christ above, Lee Carvalho's putting challenge looks better than that.
Would you like to play again? You have selected no.
This game was to be played on the Sega Mega Drive. Those who don't know what that is are also probably clueless to landlines, Tupac and Saved by the Bell, which is presumably 90% of my f***ing audience. This cover is just getting a 2 out of 10 from me. FIFA Soccer 95. Alright, hands up. Who remembers Erik Thorstvedt? The comfortable sound of silence. Just like match day at the Etihad. Thorstvedt was a Norwegian goalkeeper, spent 7 years at Spurs. How he built up enough clout. Oh, clout. That's just one of those words where you feel like you need to take a shower after saying it.
My clout. Your clout? My clout.
From one World Cup with Norway to get on the cover of FIFA. Were the EA Sports just too scared to go and ask Ronaldo for his number or something? The Brazilian, by the way, not the one who probably jacks off to his own reflection every night before bed. This game was interesting, and that was actually the first FIFA to actually slap a date on the cover. Quite risky, because it could just so easily have flopped, and then we'd just have had one sad, lonely FIFA 95 stuck in the wilderness of time, with some Norwegian goalie nobody knows stuck on the front of it. Putting a date on it was a statement. It was EA Sports boldly saying, we're going to be making a lot of these football games. Considering they'd only made one previously, an edition where the players looked like coloured bricks running around with the positional awareness of Titus Bramble on acid, it could have gone tits up. It was a bit like a girlfriend of 2 weeks booking you in for a 3-month getaway 6 months down the line. Yeah. This cover is again getting a 2 out of 10 from me because look at it. FIFA Soccer 96. FIFA Soccer 96. You just know someone from West Cork was head of production at EA Sports back in the early 90s. Using the word soccer, Jason McAteer on the front. What next, Mrs. Doyle doing the commentary?
Go on, my son.
Not really sure why they thought this was a good idea to market it as soccer.
It's football, not soccer.
This is not soccer. Is that clear?
I mean, I know we all call it that in Ireland, despite what McGregor thinks.
They're Irish, mate, yeah? It's called football over here.
Then again, I think Connor's taken a few too many digs in the head lately. I'm giving this cover a 3 out of 10, purely because it looks like something a 13-year-old would have scribbled up in 20 minutes on Photoshop. FIFA 97. FIFA 97, well, at least we're making progress with the cover stars. At least people from outside the UK might actually know who the hell he is. David Ginola, by the way, for all you young people. FIFA 97 actually brought in an indoor 6-a-side feature, which presumably spawned the eventual rise of FIFA Street. What an absolutely monumental success that was.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
I'll give the cover 5 out of 10. It's an improvement even if it is still a bit plain. Which is ironically what my brother said to his ex-wife when she turned up to the church with a new wedding dress. I mean, I say ex-wife, they didn't even make it past the vows after that. Poor guy. Although to be fair, he never did have a wedding. And he never existed either, so that was all a lot of bollocks, sorry about that. Moving on, FIFA 98. This was the game where FIFA was going to blow up, right? It was a World Cup year. This was the year EA Sports would take over the gaming industry. Slapping on the poster boy for English football, I mean, what could go wrong? Well, 6 months after release, Beckham was the most hated man in England. Seriously though, sent off for lashing out at Diego Simeone at the World Cup. The man was a national pariah. Still, I'll give the cover another solid but unspectacular 5 out of 10. As for the game itself, it was the first time the offside rule was properly implemented. As a result, sales immediately plummeted in the Inzaghi household. But like, look at this game. Like, imagine doing career mode with this game. You would end up smashing your console off a fucking wall. Again, I don't even have a console, which begs the question, why the am I making a FIFA video? What is my life? FIFA 99. What's this? The first sponsor on a FIFA cover. Now, I'm not going to assume that car stereos and boomboxes started appearing in every 9-year-old Santa list, but still, I doubt JVC were complaining to get featured on one of the fastest growing games on the planet. As for Dennis Bergkamp, he just lit up the World Cup and had scored 16 goals for Arsenal the previous season, so it was a no-brainer. 6 out of 10. 99 was the year of changes. And no, I don't mean Bill Clinton changing what he meant by sexual relations.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, Bill. I'm not sure why I'm saying oh Bill as if he's my friend down the pub. Like, he could have me shot.
Good luck finding me, Clinton.
Anyway, indoor mode was destroyed. The Malaysian league was removed.
Not Kuala Lumpur FC.
And the Belgian and Portuguese leagues were introduced. Oh, and facial animations were added, as well as adjustments to player heights. So no longer would we live in a world where Paul Scholes was the same height as Teddy Sheringham. The game was a bestseller in the UK, replacing Tomb Raider 3, with teenage boys having evidently now discovered the wonders of internet porn, and no longer having to rely on a grainy pixel that sort of looked like a woman, but on closer inspection also looked like a block of cheese. FIFA 2000. Anyway, the UK cover was Sol Campbell. The logo design of the cover looks sharper, it's more colourful. 6.5 out of 10, alright? It's getting a bit better. But Campbell would go on to make himself one of the most hated men in North London within 6 months. So, I mean, again, you're just a bit unlucky. He hasn't appeared on the front cover since, which is surprising considering he's one of the most knowledgeable men to have ever kicked a football. FIFA 2001. Paul Scholes this time. Jesus Christ, look at this lazy animation. What is that hole in the wall he's peeping out of? Like, any minute now I'm half expecting him to wave and say, that's all folks. 4 out of 10. This was also the year FIFA had a competitor, Pro Evolution Soccer, causing incessant arguments across the globe. Kids, this was back in the day when Pro Evo could actually hold a candle to FIFA, as opposed to just being the laughably poor hipster's choice, bought every year out of nothing but sheer blind loyalty. Having said that, I haven't bought FIFA in about 6 years. I mean, paying 60 odd quid for a game that barely changes, who's got time for that? I mean, you know what I don't get? Those 23-year-old YouTubers who clearly haven't picked up a game of FIFA in about 10 years. Suddenly they get a brand deal and oh, suddenly FIFA is the greatest game of all time. Those people make me absolutely sick.
FIFA's a great game, it's a brilliant game. I play FIFA every day. Oh my god, I can't get enough of FIFA. FIFA 2002, FIFA, I'll play them all. FIFA coming out in 8 years, Xbox, PlayStation, all the consoles. FIFA, no time for real friends. FIFA, PlayStation, Xbox, all these other gaming buzzwords. Go out and buy FIFA 19 right now. It's a great game. I play FIFA all the time. Been playing it since I was a kid and never stopped. Who needs time for human beings and real life conversations? FIFA all the time. FIFA. Keep buying it. FIFA. Everyone FIFA.
I love brand deals. I love brand deals so much. I love brand deals so much. Brand deals. FIFA 2002. There you go, Thierry Henry's on the cover, proudly showing the greatest tool at his disposal. At the time, the biggest star in the Premier League. No mean feat when Stefan Henshaws was still alive and well. It's a cover that's going to attract the public, I get that. Except Spurs fans, which already f***ed them off 2 years ago. 6 out of 10. 2003, one of the classics. This is one of the ones I can actually remember. As you can see, 3 footballing legends. Although the one in the middle definitely seems to be eyeing up the cameraman as if he's some sort of forbidden relative. Ronaldinho, Henry, Del Piero. Classic. 3 world-class players in their prime. Yep, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. The intro featuring these 3 was filmed at St James's Park. Bit rude they couldn't have invited a Newcastle player, even just to stick him in goal or something. It's a bit like a gang of lads throwing a party at my house, before politely asking me to leave without a fuss. In my own house. FIFA 05. The cursed FIFA cover. Alright, so Patrick Vieira had a decent 2005. Fernando Morientes was shocking. There's 3 goals in his first half season for Liverpool, was it? And Andrei Shevchenko practically had performance diarrhea on the Istanbul pitch, as Jimmy Traore got his hands on the European Cup. So no, 3 out of 10, lads. Good God, this was the game where you could see whether you could master the first touch. I'll give you a heads up, lads, as long as I'm controlling Shola Mayobi, Christ above no chance. FIFA 06.
Game after game after game, I realise now what is most important in my life. Football.
Yeah, his wife left him.
Tell me you've never dreamed the immaculate strike.
My dreams all involve combing my hair.
You are Wayne Rooney.
Inspirational. This guy told me I was Wayne Rooney. Let's go bang some grannies. Anyway, that was the intro, about as melodramatic as a 15-year-old girl, or so Adam tells me. My cousin Adam, I don't know who you were thinking about. And yeah, still pretty dramatic with the cover. With that amount of rain, it looks like something out of The Matrix 3. I'll give it 7 out of 10 though. FIFA 07. Oh, look at that, it's the 2 boys again. One of them was a World Cup and Ballon d'Or winner, one of the biggest stars to ever touch a ball, and the other should not be allowed within 50 meters of his local nursing home. Just kidding, of course. For God's sake, Rooney has won more than Ronaldinho. I'll give this a 6 out of 10 purely for the unoriginality of just using the same 2 lads. FIFA 08, Rooney and Ronnie again. For Christ's sake. Oh my God, would these 2 get a room, huh? They would make some seriously ugly babies. 6 out of 10 again for unoriginality. But 2008 was a breakthrough in Ireland because it finally introduced the Electricity League of Ireland and also a new mode called Be a Pro. But because who wants to control 11 players on the pitch when now you can only choose 1 and patiently waste 3 hours of your life waiting for the simulator to pass you the fucking ball. FIFA 09. Please tell me these 2 lads were in the same room for this photo. It's like Rihanna turning up to do a photo shoot with lunch lady Maggie. Okay, no, I love Richard Dunn, right? Of course I do, I'm Irish. But in 2009, he was about to get spat out of Man City for not being glamorous enough, despite having won more Player of the Year awards than that club had won trophies in the last 30 years. Of course, this was just the Ireland edition. I'm giving this 8 out of 10 because Dunn's a legend. FIFA 10. Oh, hello. Well, the UK version is Theo Walcott and Frank Lampard and Wayne Rooney in the build-up to the 2010 World Cup. I guess the cover art does look fairly decent, so 7 out of 10 maybe. In terms of the game, there was an assistant manager role for FIFA 10 for all the subservient people out there who can't even assume the role of a leader in a fantasy world. FIFA 11. FIFA 11 and it's Rooney again. But Kaká, I mean, he was struggling with injuries at Real Madrid by this time. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, the design is pretty decent. FIFA 12. Jack Wilshere joins Rooney on the front this time out. Little do we know that within 6 years, these lads will be playing for DC United and West Ham. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's fine. FIFA 13. Look at these world beaters, huh? What do you mean you never heard of them? Yeah, this one was open to the public vote 5 years ago for Ireland. So we got Davin O'Neill from Cork City and Mark Quigley from Sligo Rovers, alongside just some random kid from Barca in the middle. I'll give this an 8 out of 10 just because it's something different, lads. The English had Joe Hart and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, something to really get the pulses rising. And Flo Rida was on the soundtrack, which is the hip-hop equivalent to eating broken glass. FIFA 14. We got our public vote again. Dundalk's Patrick Hoban and Shane Tracy from Limerick on the cover. As for the UK, I mean, Gareth Bale was being marketed as Britain's answer to Ronaldo at the time, so FIFA 15. And lads, you're probably hating this. You show Barry Murphy of Shamrock Rovers and Richie Towell of Dundalk some respect. 6 out of 10. In terms of the UK version, Eden Hazard was on it, which is pretty funny considering he spent most of 2015 playing like a wet paper bag. FIFA 16. Messi's last year on the cover and he's joined by Derry City's Kieran O'Connor and Dundalk's Andy Boyle. On 8 out of 10. Good job, lads. Let's see how the UK got on. Jordan Henderson. As for the game, FIFA 16 was the first one to include female teams and players. Thank Christ Andy Gray wasn't still doing the commentary or it'd be fucking carnage. FIFA 17. The world was only voting for one cover star in FIFA 17. It was between Martial, James, Hazard and Marco Reus and they went with Reus. I still don't really know why. It's a striking cover though, yes. He might look like a German dictator's wet dream, but apparently that's terrific marketing in the year 2017. 8 out of 10. FIFA 18. Finally, FIFA get their hands on Ronaldo. Sounds a bit dodgy when I say it like that. But here he is, better late than never. I'll have to give them an 8 out of 10 for this. FIFA 19. The fact that they've done away with the stadium in the background and just gone for a light blue wall. I mean, yeah, on one hand, I'm half expecting Randy Newman to break out a song, but on the other, it definitely stands out. I'll give it a 7. It's, you know, it's still fairly classic. So FIFA has come a long way from those crude animations emotions scribbled on a computer screen in a basement smelling of sweat, desperation and widespread virginity. But to be fair to the lads of the EA, they've created something that has stood the test of time. But tell me, what are your FIFA memories? Do you even have any FIFA memories? Did you spend most of your childhoods outside instead of being a fat fuck? Let me know in the comment section below, lads. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, share and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.